leading at 21-13, 6.5 to play here, first half of the Gentry Center. Kenny Cooper out front, circles around. Now Boyd, deep three-pointer left wing, knocks it down. Dedrick Boyd with 5, and the Tigers with its biggest lead of 11.
Excellent ball movement by TSU. Set up again, Greg, by another turnover by IUPUI. They have to find a way to cut the turnovers down.
And I like the way they swung the basketball from one side to the other, got the defense shifting, and then Boyd with the deep three from the left corner. Jumper left elbow, say, no good. Offensive rebound. Jaguar Shaquem Johnson skying high for the Tigers. Fitzgerald in the front court in a hurry.
And that's another thing Shaquem Johnson excels at, is rebounding the basketball.
Boyd, yet another deep three-pointer, no good. Johnson tips it to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald with a little floater, rattles out, no good. And we got an injured Jaguar on the floor, or maybe just a little bit of traction. This is just the second meeting between these two schools. The first one coming last year, December 12th, as a matter of fact, 2020, IUPUI winning that one 69-66. The series history presented by Delta Dental. Unleash your smile power with Delta Dental.
And Greg, if you're IUPUI, you come back on this offensive set, you do your best to not turn the basketball over. You're a team averaging under 60 points per game. One, because you turn the ball over a lot. And two, just not the greatest shooting team so far in Division I.
Tonight, only 5 of 19 from the field. The steal going hard to the ground with it. Christian Brown, Tigers with the run out. Boyd into the paint, little floater, good. Boyd off the bench, and that's where he likes to come, the team's leading scorer, and he's got 7.
Greg, this IUPUI team shooting themselves in the foot so far here in the first half.
26-13, Tigers, their biggest lead. And driving into the paint, just a wild shot that time by DePersia. And pushing it quickly, Fitzgerald for the Tigers, hands it off to Boyd. Boyd's feeling it, knocks it down again. Boyd with 9, and all of a sudden the Tigers up by 15.
When it's your night, Greg, it's your night. Dedrick Boyd is on fire.
Maxwell trying to answer, pulls up, really rushed that shot. And Tigers into the front court. Down low to Brown. Brown along the baseline. Hands it to Johnson. Johnson spinning. Swings it. And air ball by Brown from the corner on that one.
Yeah, a little too much mustard on that one by Brown.
28 the issue with the lead. IUPUI out of the Horizon League. And yet another turnover. Timeout on the floor, 3:44 to play. Tennessee State has ballooned to a 15-point lead, 28-13 over IUPUI.
Marshawn. I want y'all to hear it from me first. If you want to be fresh, you got to refresh like Subway. Like the new Baja Steak and Jack with tender, thicker cut steak.
Wait, so you're not coming out of retirement?
I'm just here because Subway has so much new, they bought time in this press conference to talk about it. Now, like I was saying, the new Baja Steak also has pepper jack cheese, the new Baja Chipotle sauce.
No, you can't stop talking.
Black olives, a couple pepperoncinis, and some jalapenos.
Meet Tempo, the home gym with a built-in personal trainer. Tempo helps you maximize every workout with custom plans and real-time feedback on your form. Powered by 3D Vision, Tempo is the interactive technology that trains you. With thousands of workouts, including strength training to cardio, yoga, boxing, and more. Get ready to discover what you're truly capable of. Tempo. Find your strength.
Look at this place and all the possibilities.
We need to send it back.
Promise I'll fix this. You're not gonna take this away from me. Exclusively in movie theaters Thursday. Rated PG-13.
A mountain of toys to fulfill many wishes must be carried across all roads and all bridges.
It's not magic that makes more holiday deliveries to homes in the U.S. than anyone else. It's the hardworking people of the United States Postal Service.
Tennessee State leads at 28-13. Let's go courtside with Sammy Kincaid. Sammy?
Thanks. As Penny Collins was just saying, let's win these last 4 minutes. We can do this. You're fresh, you're fresh, you're fresh. He called out the players that are coming off of the bench that are playing fresh right now. And he said, we can do this. Let's finish this half strong.
And certainly points off turnovers, Will.
Yeah, 13 points off turnovers for TSU. And as Sammy mentioned, 50 off the bench for TSU. So now slowly but surely starting to find that second line of scoring.
TSU 11 of 22 from the field thus far, 50%, 3 of 9 on threes. IUPUI struggling from the field, 5 of 21, 23%, only 1 of 6 on three-pointers for 16%. TSU inbounding underneath its own basket, up by 15. And seeing his first action, Tajik Barth out of Austin, Texas, 6'3" sophomore guard for the Tigers. And we're going to have an illegal block that time on Duwana.
Yeah, an illegal block by Emmanuel Duwana, giving the ball over to IUPUI. And like you stated, Greg, the Panthers have just had a hard time shooting the basketball. One of three things have happened. They've either rushed a shot, took a bad shot, or TSU's defense takes them too far into the shot clock to where they have to force a bad look. Well, so 2 out of 3 things.
Well, B.J. Maxwell, 8 of the 13 points, and we went into this talking about where does the secondary scoring come from for the Jaguars, and because after his average of 13 a game, it drops down below 6 per game to the next highest score. And IUPUI really struggling from the field right now. Kenny Cooper running the point for the Tigers. Marcus Fitzgerald, Carlos Marshall, Kasim Nicholson, and Shaquem Johnson on the floor for the Tigers. Cooper underneath, nice pass that time to Nicholson. Gave up an empty, wide open 4-footer to get the assist, did Kenny Cooper.
Yeah, and got it down to his big man, Kasim Nicholson, and that's how you do it.
Nicholson with 6. A lot of balanced scoring for the Tigers thus far. Boyd with 9, Nicholson with 6, Marshall with 6. Tigers leading it by 17. Little floater that time by Pruitt, 1 and done once again, IUPUI.
Yeah, suffocating defense by TSU on that last sequence, forcing IUPUI into a bad shot.
Rebounds, however, are even at 14 apiece. IUPUI, half of those offensively. As Fitzgerald with a drive, a lot of contact that time. Penny Collins looking to get the call.
Can't get them all, Greg, can't get them all.
He just wants his.
Yeah, and what coach doesn't?
Maxwell along the baseline. Deep three-pointer by DePersia, no good, and swatted away Johnson. And up in the front court, Fitzgerald just hands it off to Nicholson. Look, it's almost like a little 3-man weave out on the perimeter sometimes with the Tigers offense until they settle into their pattern. Down low to Johnson, that little quick first step up, no good. Shoot it quickly, IUPUI. Underneath, nice block by Marshall. And Isi-Tua follows, and he's going to be fouled at that time by Cooper, his first.
Well, Greg, I would like to see, would have liked to have seen Isi-Tua go to the basket with a little bit more aggression, just a little too soft going to the basket, but nonetheless go to the free throw line for the Jaguars.
Yeah, talking with Coach Matt Crenshaw before the game, they really didn't get him until school opened in August. And so he's really in the October, November of his basketball progress. True freshman out of Nigeria. Lagos, Nigeria. Used to be a player here named center from Nigeria. And
we'll figure it out eventually.
I know. Eventually played here, then closed his career at Texas A&M. What do you think the population is of Lagos, Nigeria, this little village in Nigeria?
3,000 plus.
Sammy, you want to jump in on this?
I have not been there, so I don't know if I can. I'm actually really bad at geography. So.
Well, I've never been to Nigeria either.
You literally, this is the subject that I am the worst at. My family never missed a podcast, and they're actually probably laughing right now, the fact that you put me on the spot on this one.
15 million.
Wow.
15 million in that little village in Nigeria there. Nice shot, free. By Boyd.
And I think, Greg, out of there are quite a few billionaires that are from Nigeria as well.
Well, that got Sammy's attention. 12 seconds to go. Just a 2-second differential on the shot clock. And underneath with the flush that time is Jonah Carrasco. 5 seconds on the shot clock. 5 seconds on the game clock, rather. Boyd tries to get it to Marshall. Marshall is not going to get it off in time. Well, that's the first half for the Gentry Center, and Tennessee State takes a 33-16 lead into halftime. And
I missed the bus.
I got you. Success is cherishing every important connection.
Hey, babe.
Hey. Did he miss the bus?
Yeah. Hoping he would.
The Lexus LS, designed to put your humanity first. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
We made football look so easy. It's probably the best team in NFL history.
And the New York Giants will be Super Bowl champions.
We lost the Super Bowl.
If you want a great team, you need natural-born leaders, some tough cookies, and a few who do anything to win. Find a group like that, you've got one hell of a team.
All right,
okay, I'm ready for you.
And it is halftime. Tennessee State leading at 33-17 over IUPUI. Well, our Sammy Kincaid had a conversation with TSU Lady Tigers coach Ty Evans. Sammy, take it away.
Yes, let's keep it on the court, but let's switch over to talk about the ladies, the Lady Tigers. Coach Ty Evans said that he's had to rely on a lot of new faces. He only has 2 returners, but he's really relied on 2 new faces.
Gia is wise beyond her years. She's 18 years old, but you would think she was 25, 26 years old. She approaches life with a purpose. Leadership. The things that she does well, they don't show up in the stat sheet. You know, it's just the intangibles.
Does it go straight to break, or does it come back to her?
You know, she seems like she's a military kid. Just
straight to break.
Approach for life. It's just, you know, it's refreshing. And she's sounding like you can put her anywhere and she can produce, so that helps.
Coming in from a different school, I was a leader in my old school, but just having, I guess, everyone kind of like look up to you or something like that. You just have to lead with your actions.
While Claytor has established herself as the vocal leader on the court, Adams is the more silent leader for this Tiger team.
We lead in two different ways. She's more of a vocal leader, and since I am the point guard, you know, I'm more of a strategic leader. And it's new for me, so coming into the rotation, you know, making sure I play defense, making sure I talk to my teammates, making sure I encourage, making sure that executing all the plays.
It's great because they're totally different. Dominique comes into the gym and she's nonstop talk. Gia, you wouldn't even know she's there, but you can feel her. But the thing about Gia, when she does talk, everybody listens, including me.
And that was one thing that she mentioned was that
you two just kind of click. She knows what you're thinking before you even say it. So how does that help you coaching-wise, knowing that you have a player that you can just put your trust in, you know she's going to do that?
Basketball is about relationships, you know, especially when you're coaching women's basketball. I tell people all the time, I coached men and women, and people, what was the difference? I said, men are motivated by playing time, women are motivated by relationships. So with Gia, I made a concerted effort this summer just to get to know her. And a lot of the times it had nothing to do with basketball. You know, we just spent a lot of time talking off the court, so then when we're on the court, you know, it's like having another coach on the floor. It's very important.
He always tells me, like, he has my back no matter what. Like, whether I'm probably wrong or right, he always has my back. Whether he criticizes me, he just knows it's coming from a good place and that he's here if I need him.
College football's most prestigious fraternity welcomes a new member.
Aiden Hutchinson introduces himself. He is so explosive. It's never a doubt with Kenny Pickett. A big-time throw again by C.J. Stroud. Bryce Young has been sensational.
Who will strike the Heisman pose? The Heisman Trophy presentation presented by Nissan. Tomorrow at 8 on ESPN.
New players, new coaches. It'll be must-see TV.
The College Football Playoff Semifinals, Friday, December 31st on ESPN.
get some pace. Just even like that last play, our guy was wide open, and he's trying to run the offense. Sometimes you just got to go make a basketball play.
I heard you talking to your team about playing more aggressive. What is going to be your message? Is that the message in the locker room right now, or what is that message?
That's simply the message. We knew Tennessee State was going to come out, try to be aggressive, at times run and jump, play physical, try to not make the game easy for us in the half court. So this is a game where you just got to play basketball, and sometimes one-on-one you just got to make a play.
Awesome. Well, good luck in the second half, Coach. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Sammy. Thank you, Sammy. IUPUI Coach Matt Crenshaw. Now take a look at the halftime stats brought to you by Ticket Smarter, the official secondary ticket partner of the OVC. IUPUI will glance at that because this is the easiest. 8 of the 13 points coming from B.J. Maxwell. Balanced scoring for the TSU Tigers, led by Christian Brown with 6, Carlos Marshall with 5, Kasim Nicholson with 4, and Marcus Fitzgerald with 3. Shooting, TSU 8 of 16 from the field, 50%, including 2 of 6 on threes, 33% made both free throws. IUPUI 5 of 17, 29%, 1 of 5 on threes, and 2 for 2 on free throws. Rebounding, the edge slightly to IUPUI, 11-9 as well. Will, anything stick out to you with those stats individually or team-wise?
I think it has to be the field goal percentage for IUPUI. When you look at this team, statistically they're not a very good shooting team, and right now it has showed. But outside of that, TSU has forced them into some bad shots. We've seen some live ball turnovers, and TSU has done an excellent job here in tonight's game of switching man-to-man and staying and causing a lot of frustration for this IUPUI team. Greg, I've never seen a team in all my years of being around basketball fight so hard for 17 points.
We'll take a break. It is halftime, and coming out of that break, Sammy Kincaid will talk with TSU coach Penny Collins, and we'll have the second half for you here at the Gentry Center. IUPUI and TSU, the Tigers leading at 33-17.
You ready?
I know this is my message, and I swear to you that I'll fix it, but I'm gonna need some help.
I can't believe I'm in the sanctum sanctorum. Neither can I. Exclusively in movie theaters Thursday. Rated PG-13.
Say you're looking for the perfect present. You might try looking at the perfect place. A place with gifts that light up a face, as well as a room. Where it's easy to find the brands they'll love and the advice you trust. Ace isn't a warehouse store. That place is your local Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their gifts. This Christmas, wrap it in red at Ace and get free assembly and delivery on grills.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
It's the Sparkle and Shine sale. Get 30% off everything. This is how we shine. At Zales, the Diamond Store.
Inspiration is out there. Go find it.
It's the most joyous time of the year.
Especially at T-Mobile. Let's go to Diane.
Can you tell us what's happening?
Yeah, I got the awesome new iPhone 13 Pro and AirPods, and T-Mobile's paying for them both. Oh, and I get a free year of Apple TV Plus.
And this is for new and existing T-Mobile and Sprint customers. Like me. Back to you.
Hey.
Hello?
We're going to T-Mobile.
Upgrade to the iPhone 13 Pro and AirPods, both on us. Only at T-Mobile.
The College Football Playoff Semifinals, Friday, December 31st on ESPN.
A mountain of toys to fulfill many wishes must be carried across all roads and all bridges.
It's not magic that makes more holiday deliveries to homes in the U.S. than anyone else. It's the hardworking people of the United States Postal Service.
New players, new coaches. It'll be must-see TV.
The College Football Playoff Semifinals, Friday, December 31st on ESPN.
Back at the Gentry Center, Tennessee State University and IUPUI, Indiana University per University, out of Indianapolis. 33-17, Will, heading into the second half, and certainly shooting woes for IUPUI there. And I thought TSU played a pretty good first half, all things considered.
I think TSU is starting to now find that rhythm Coach Penny Collins has been talking about all season. If you're IUPUI, they've literally just took what TSU's been giving them. The Panthers have been shooting themselves on the foot, Greg. A lot of turnovers here in the first half. TSU then has turned those turnovers into points.
And a quick foul here, 5 seconds in. Bench scoring 8-0 in that first half, TSU. But, of course, when your leading scorer is coming off the bench, that'll do it with Dedrick Boyd. TSU back in that man-to-man to start the second half. And out on the floor, Dawana. And I guarantee you Penny Collins doesn't want his big man fouling 35 feet away from the basket.
Yeah, I don't think any coach wants that. But when you going back to the bench points, where is that second line of scoring going to come from with IUPUI? Only 2 points off the pine for that team.
As Sammy told us earlier, DeWanda Purdue transfer in for Jalen Dupree. He's going to be out for several weeks with a strain on the LCLs. The strong drive that time to the hole for KJ Pruitt, and he's going to go to the free throw line. But Jalen Dupree, the transfer from Samford, 6'8" graduate out of Cordova, Tennessee, he's going to be out several weeks. Nothing we really think long term, but got into an auto accident over Thanksgiving. It could have been a lot worse. And the three-point play right out of the gate for KJ Pruitt. Little full court pressure by the Jaguars. They really haven't had a lot of opportunity to get set in a full court press because they hadn't made many baskets.
Only 6 of 26 in the first half.
IUPUI man-to-man. Kenny Cooper out high. Nicholson looking down low for Johnson. Swings it out to Fitzgerald. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Marshall drives, just powers his way in. Carlos Marshall just muscles his way in. The 6'6" redshirt junior, he's got 7.
Yeah, he's letting it be known. This is my block. I run it. This is where I live. I dominate down here.
And the one thing about it, he has that inside-outside game. He's got the stroke, but it's 6'6" and really strong upper body. Can take defenders down low. Wild drive that time by Stanton and the Tigers. Fitzgerald pulls up for the three. Long rebound. And running it the other way, numbers for IUPUI. Hands it off and lays it up and in is Boston Stanton. The long rebound by the Fitzgerald miscue on the three attempt leads to a layup the other way.
Yeah, Greg, this is the third time we've seen IUPUI score on those 2-on-1 advantages, 1-on-2 advantages. If you're IUPUI, that's how you're going to get on the board.
Kenny Cooper driving, puts it up. Might have had a little goaltending on the end of that one. Foul's going to be on Nathan McClure. His team's first here in the second half. And going to the free throw line, Kenny Cooper, the 6'1" graduate guard, local product out of Franklin Road Academy. Started his college career at Lipscomb University, played up at Western Kentucky and Conference USA. Now, just the way it is with the transfer portal and the extra year the NCAA has granted because of the pandemic. Kenny Cooper with his third Division I team and played well at his first two stops as he knocks down both free throws. leads this team in assists at 3.4 and steals at a couple a game. Maybe he ought to shoot some more. He's coming into this game 8 of 15 on threes, but really a prototypical point guard. Nice pull up that time, Bakari Lastrap.
IUPUI now starting to find some scoring here in the second half. If you're TSU, you want to keep up the tenacious defense you played in the first half. A lot of one-and-done possessions for IUPUI when they have the basketball.
Marshall with the fake, goes in and just runs right over the defender that time. Got a little bit out of control that time, did Carlos Marshall. Christian Brown checks back in for Marshall. Just the first foul on Carlos Marshall. And the team's third here. 37-24, 17:29 to play. TSU 1-6 on the season, and IUPUI 1-7. Already played a couple conference games in the Horizon League. As a matter of fact, they host Chicago State from the Horizon League. The Tigers were at Chicago State this past Saturday night and lost 59-49. We'll play Sunday afternoon at Lipscomb, right across town.
Greg, the Horizon League, a really good conference.
Turnover, IUPUI. Shaquem Johnson comes out with it. Kenny Cooper now. What a nice pass underneath and laying it up and in. Christian Brown on the back door. And that's where Kenny Cooper is at his best, seeing the floor, and if you stay, he's going to find you.
Yeah, good things happen when you stay in motion. Open the back door. Oh, found the bucket.
TSU 2-3 zone this trip. Don't see a lot of zone from the Tigers. But then again, IUPUI is not exactly a shoot you out of a zone type team. Nice steal by Kenny Cooper. Going the other way with it. Cooper puts it up and in.
Yeah, if your IUPUI is struggling right now, TSU starting to find some momentum and slowly but surely running away with this basketball game.
Timeout, 16-31. We're going to take a media timeout, 41-24, 16:31 to play from the Gentry Center.
Become a legend by being distracted. Legends are born out of discipline and focus. We are Legends Bank, committed, strong, and growing stronger. Be part of something legendary. Legends Bank, member FDIC.
Health coverage fans, this is the matchup we've all been waiting for, where you find quality, affordable coverage that's right for you and your family through Connect. You can make. Just go to connect.ky.gov and get started. Now more people than ever will qualify and save more by enrolling through Connect. And in the January 15th, Team Kentucky for the win. Connect, together for a better Kentucky.
4 years of med school, 3 years residency, and 2 proud parents. Congratulations, you're a physician.
Glad that's over with.
Marriage, kids, work-life balance, taking over my practice.
What?
It's time to start planning for the future.
You know, we're gonna need some help with this.
Your mom and I didn't do it alone.
It's so nice to finally meet you. Your dad's
Old National, your success is everything.
2022 Mitsubishi Outlander. Get thunderstruck.
I just got my cashback match. Is this for real?
Yep. We match all the cash back new card members earn at the end of their first year automatically.
Whoa, I got my money.
It's hard to contain yourself, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Well, let it go.
Get a $1-for-$1 match at the end of your first year, only from Discover.
And the blowout continues. Breaks the tackle now, and Allen. He will score. Touchdown.
My helpers abound. I'll need you today. Our sleigh is now ready. Let's get on our way. A mountain of toys to fulfill many wishes. Must be carried across all roads and all bridges. And when everyone is smiling and having their fun, I can turn my sleigh north because my job here is done.
It's not magic that makes more holiday deliveries to homes in the U.S. than anyone else. It's the hardworking people of the United States Postal Service.
Got an incredibly compelling group of finalists, but only one of them will get a chance to lift this trophy and join this club.
The Heisman Trophy Ceremony, tomorrow at 8 on ESPN.
Here we go. Halfway through the NFL's biggest season ever. Stay tuned.
Nicholson with 8, Marshall with 8 to lead the Tigers.
Yeah, no need, Greg, to come out of that man-to-man defense. You have a team in IUPUI, not the best shooting team.
Steal and take away, and Johnson, Shaquem Johnson got a little bit lax with it. He goes down hard, and he's still down on the ground underneath the basket.
And when you look at this team so far here in the second half, I mean, a tale of two halves, Greg. They came out first half with some momentum, taking good shots, taking what the defense is giving them. I will be honest, Greg, starting to play to the energy of IUPUI. A little lax here, mental mistakes here and there, but albeit with a decent-sized lead.
Shaquem Johnson went hard to the floor, but he's back up with it. 43-27, Tennessee State leading it with 14:25 to play here. Marcus Fitzgerald now running the point with Kenny Cooper getting a blow on the bench. Nicholson just muscles his way up, gets the ball, running it with the other way. IUPUI. TSU back to that man-to-man. Driving, steps called, Bakari Lastrap. 6-foot sophomore guard out of Houston.
I love to watch Marcus Fitzgerald Jr. play. Very tough, aggressive guard, big body as a point guard. Collapsed in the paint with Duwana down there to cause the travel.
And he'll step out and run the point with Cooper and Marshall. The other, really it's a 3-guard system when those 3 are in there. Marshall more of a swing man as much as anything. Boyd, who leads the Tigers with a dozen with the ball right now, and he's just going to drive and hands it off for the flush. Emmanuel Dawana from Boyd. 18-point lead for the Tigers.
Good to see that young man score some points here in tonight's game. Been working hard, finally getting an opportunity to start on the floor, and he flushed that one home.
Checking back into the game is Chooks Isitua. And that is spelled, Chooks is spelled C-H-U-K-S, and Isitua is spelled just like it doesn't sound.
I knew it was something coming.
I-S-I-T-U-A from Lagos, Nigeria. That little village of 15 million.
You got me with that one earlier. 15 million people.
Ekawulu.
Yeah.
Christian Ekawulu was from Lagos, Nigeria, former TSU Tiger center. I knew it would come to me.
One of these days.
In an epiphany. TSU up by 18, just over 13 minutes to play here. Nice block that time. Isitua, 6'11", had it swatted away that time.
Yeah, by Christian Brown. And this, Greg, this TSU team has done an excellent job on the defensive side of the ball, keeping IUPUI well below their season average.
Still that man-to-man switching out on the high picks of the Tigers. Maxwell, baseline three, no good. And Kenny Cooper's in a hurry. Right wing, Boyd, deep three-pointer, no good. And Maxwell comes out with it for IUPUI in a hurry the other way. And hands it off to Stanton. Stanton can't come up with it. And Coach Matt Crenshaw, just with his arms extended, say, hey, take it easy.
Yeah, just slow it down, young man. Slow it down.
Matt Crenshaw, former IUPUI player, longtime assistant, spent 3 years assistant at Ball State before returning to his alma mater.
Ball State has produced some good talent.
Little floater by Boyd, and he leads all scorers with 14 points. Tigers' biggest lead at 20. Tigers have been man-to-man the entire way. Shooting for the game, IUPUI 28%, 10 of 35 on a 2 of 10 of threes. Solid 54% for the Tigers. Nice defense that time by Boyd as he steps over and draws the charge on B.J. Maxwell. Timeout on the floor, 11:52 to play. Tigers leading it by 20.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
It was just a few cocktails at happy hour.
Aren't any cops around?
I didn't think there were any cops around.
I drink and drive all the time.
Sir, you've been in a serious crash. I need you to hang on, okay? Tell me your name, sir. Where you are right now?
Visit Evansville, Indiana, where E is for everyone. Ideal for a weekend getaway, family reunion, group tour, concert or sporting event, small business meeting, or a large convention. Evansville has a fun, friendly environment with all the amenities of a big city. Exciting events, festivals, and attractions all year long. A thriving downtown with new hotels, nightlife, fabulous restaurants, and entertainment. We're conveniently located in the heart of the Midwest with all the charm you could ever hope for. Yes, Hoosier hospitality is alive and well. Come visit Evansville and you will see E is for everyone.
You don't become a legend by being distracted. Legends are born out of discipline and focus. We are Legends Bank. Committed, strong, something legendary. Legends Bank. Member FDIC.
TSU leading at 47-27, 11:52 here to play at the Gentry Center. Sammy Kincaid, the relationship between these coaches, Matt Crenshaw and Penny Collins, tell us about it.
Yes, there's a coaching connection between the two of them. Head coach Penny Collins started an organization called Embrace Us. Their mission is to transform, empower, and promote coaches through networking, support, and development, and they really focus on racial injustices. And head coach Matt Crenshaw, he's a part of that organization, and he said it's something he's really passionate about, and he likes to also try to get his players involved because nothing will change unless there's constant conversation. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Sammy. Boyd, right wing, knocking it down. Dedrick Boyd. And he has 17 to lead all scores. Think he's feeling it?
Yeah, Greg, if he was an emoji, he'd be fired. I'm just saying.
Now, you millennials.
We love our emojis.
TSU with that man-to-man. Skip pass. Pruitt, three-pointer off the right wing. 11 minutes to play. Tigers with the 20-point lead.
Now, Jaguars have had some good looks tonight, and when they've had them, they've taken advantage. But for the most part, TSU has played some very good defense, suffocating the basketball, a lot of live ball turnovers, and turning defense into offense.
And they go inside of the big man, Dewana, and he turns around, draws the foul. Dewana, good free throw shooter, 6'10". 70% on the season coming into this game. TSU as a team, 66%. You know, TSU shooting 45%. That's about average.
Yeah, fairly average.
Field goal defense, 43%.
But I think, Greg, you mentioned Dewana's free throw percentage. That is a lost art from a lot of post players, especially on the collegiate level. Would like to see a lot of the post players get that percentage up, but good to see Dewana as a post player, 70% from the free throw line. Got to feel pretty confident with that young man at the charity stripe.
Yeah, and the report we got earlier from Sammy as the big man knocks down 2 free throws of the COVID and then the pneumonia and the hospitalization. What a year that young man had. Out of Miami, Florida. Started his college career at Purdue, which is #1 in the country this week for the first time, and lost its first game out to Rutgers on a half-court shot. Turnover. IUPUI.
Last defensive sequence, TSU showed a 2-3 zone, something we have not seen often in this game tonight.
But I think, they've gone to it here in the second half just to get some clock run as Fitzgerald with a wild shot goes nowhere, lost out of bounds, going to remain underneath the basket with TSU. Checking back in for the Jaguars, Bakari Lastrap and B.J. Maxwell. Fitzgerald, Cooper, Boyd, Dewana, and Christian Brown on the floor right now for the Tigers. And Christian Brown knocks it off the back of the defender, and it comes right back to him, and he's fouled. Big grin for Christian Brown. The defender on the inbound pass was facing away from Brown, inbounding it, and he just sort of bounced it off his back and drew the foul.
Yep. You can do it. Put your back into it. That's literally what he did, going to the free throw line.
Georgia transfer. Makes the first one. % free throw shooter coming into this game.
Christian Brown has played some really good minutes in this evening's game. Came right off the bench, provided a spark for TSU, and the time that he's gotten here tonight, he's played a very serviceable game for Tennessee State.
Midway through the second half, and it's Tigers leading the IUPUI Jags 53-30. And that zone causing IUPUI some trouble. Turnover. TSU will bring it the other way.
And one advantage of the 2-3 zone, if you stay in your zone, do a good job of switching when needed, you can wreak some havoc for an imposing offense.
Fitzgerald and Cooper in the backcourt for the Tigers now. Cooper down low. Dewana turns. Really angled up that time. And underneath, last trap. I liked how Dewana really kept and didn't go for the fake. Usually that big man will jump out of the gym when they see a guard coming into the paint. He maintained his position, and drew the travel. I think it surprised last trap that he didn't bite on that fake.
Yeah, and last trap felt like he didn't travel, but of course we saw that one from here. And again, offensive play by Dewana, just playing chess with the opposing offensive player.
TSU goes into that little weave action before they get into the set. High post to Nicholson. Nicholson is going to take it to the basket and just go up and over. His man tips it in. Kasim Nicholson using that 6'7" wingspan of his. And he's got double digits with 10.
Yeah, Greg, that was all Kasim Nicholson. Missed the shot, played aggressive at the basket, scored the ball.
Well, knew he had the height advantage, so just took it in, missed the shot, and as you mentioned, stuck with it. Movement against the zone, three-pointer. No good by Pruitt. Kenny Cooper bringing it up. Alley-oop underneath to Shaquem Johnson, nothing there. But coming out with it, Fitzgerald. Cooper now three-pointer baseline, good. Kenny Cooper, the point guard, I'm telling you, he's shooting the basketball. He came into this game better than pointers, and IUPUI coach Crenshaw has seen enough and asked for the timeout, and we'll take one as well. 8:27 to play. It's Tennessee State 58 and IUPUI 30.
There's a new breed of explorers taking me to discover hidden worlds beyond our senses.
It's a different planet down there.
Welcome to Earth. All episodes now streaming only on Disney+.
Staring at fate, I'm in the lead and I'm breaking away. She want me now, but I'm making her wait. I'm at the table, 1,000 a plate.
With 5 seconds left for the win. It's gone. It's gone.
Said what I said and I'm standing on top of it. Let's go. Staring at fate, I'm in the lead and I'm breaking away. If you're not working, you taking up space. I'm at the table, 1,000 a plate.
Coach Belichick said, we're thinking of trading for Randy. What do you think? What do I think? Absolutely. I'm going to give you everything I got. We somehow got everyone on the same team at the same time. We made football look so easy. It was probably the best team in NFL history.
3 games away from immortality, 1 loss away from infamy.
We're going to someone's funeral. It's going to be theirs, or it's going to be ours.
And the New York Giants will be Super Bowl champions.
We lost the Super Bowl.
3 games away from immortality, 1 loss away from infamy.
It was probably the best team in NFL history.
And the New York Giants will be Super Bowl champions.
We lost the Super Bowl.
Back at Injury Center along with Will Brown, Greg Pogue, Sammy Kincaid. Hello, Sammy.
Hello, Greg. Back here on the sideline, you could hear on the IUPUI side that they just are gassed right now. They're saying, sprint. You got to sprint. Come on, let's pick it up. Let's pick it up. And they just seem gassed. But on the TSU side, completely different story. And you mentioned that atomic bomb earlier, Greg. This is about the time that it goes off, so it'll be really interesting to see if TSU can keep up their energy for the last 8 minutes and 20 seconds.
Well, Will, that was one of our keys to the game. We got the phrase atomic bomb from Coach Penny Collins because about this time something happens. Well, there's a 28-point cushion right now, but in these close games where it's a 2-possession, 3-possession type game, it just seems like there's been something that derailed this team down the stretch, and that's where the phrase atomic bomb came from Coach Penny.
Yeah, and really, if you want to have a mental lapse, it's probably the best time to do it, up by 28, now 26 points. But again, as Coach Collins has stated, he wants his team to play a full 40-minute game, and there have been some times here and there as the game has progressed that TSU has made some errors that, make you scratch your head a little bit. But for the most part, I mean, TSU has played a really good game. They played above their competition, and it's showing right now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, Dimitar Pandev with the three-pointer, 6'10 senior. Clarendon College transfer from Macedonia. And we're not going to embarrass Sammy with her geography.
You know, that was one of my favorite classes in college. One of the few classes I actually liked.
Well, we're not going to embarrass Sammy's parents about her lack of geography skills.
Please don't do it to me again. Please don't do it.
I was ready with the Nigeria one, though. I'd looked at that one before. Nice little runner by Fitzgerald. Did everything but go in that time. Marcus Fitzgerald. Tigers by 25 with 7:20 to play. Out deep with it, DePersia. Goes inside to the big man Pandev's turn, spins, puts it up and in. Strong move by the 6'10 senior.
Yeah, not much I can say about that. Good move, got position, down low in the paint. He put 2 more on the board for the Jaguars.
And didn't hesitate either, just went on up with it, because when you're a big man, you bring that ball down low, you make every player your same size.
That you do.
Kenny Cooper with it straight away. Nicholson, hop, Fitzgerald, baseline jumper, long. Just Marcus Fitzgerald this season just seemingly hasn't got untracked yet with his shooting. Nice little runner on the other end by Pruitt. And TSU coach Penny Collins with the timeout. And we're going to keep it right here. It's a 30-second timeout. 6:30 to play, 58-37. But the Tigers with the big lead.
Yeah, right now, with the late in the second half, and one thing I'm noticing right now, IUPUI going on a slight run, albeit enough. Well, we'll see. There's more than enough time for either one of these teams enough time for either TSU to blow this game wide open or IUPUI to find some momentum and slowly but surely come back into this game. But if you're TSU, again, you don't want to let that bomb go off. Stay poised, stay calm, cool, collected, play your game, play to your strengths. If you're IUPUI, attack the lane, attack the basket. Try not to go one and done on the offensive side.
Well, and yeah, the back-to-back buckets that time by IUPUI. Didn't take long for Penny Collins to get that 30-second timeout. 58-37. It's been all TSU mostly from the outset. High post, Nicholson. Swinging off of it is Cooper. Cooper backs out high to Carlos Marshall. Coming to get it, Fitzgerald now. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Cooper, Fitzgerald along the baseline, gets up in the air. Can't finish.
It looks like he's forcing a lot of his shots here in this evening's game.
Well, he was in a position to draw the foul.
Yeah.
And if you just go up strong with it, as Pandev on the other end does, Dimitar Pandev, and that's 6 unanswered.
Yeah, IUPUI on a 6-0 run right now.
And this is what Penny Collins wants to do. He wants his team to finish strong, finish this momentum. They got to go across town and play Lipscomb on Sunday. And that won't be easy over at Allen Arena, as we got a Tiger down Carlos Marshall.